You were not born into luxury. You were born into survival. A small island, Madeira, a tiny house, 1 bedroom, 4 children. Your mother counts coins at the table. Your father comes home tired and sometimes drunk. There is no backup plan. There is only you and a ball. You look at your mom and say, "Don't worry, one day I'll take care of everything." They laugh at you. You cry when you lose. They call you dramatic, but they don't understand something. You're not crying because you lost. You're crying because you hate losing. Every afternoon, you kick the ball against a wall. Even at night, when everyone sleeps, you whisper to yourself, "I will be the best." Now you are 12. A decision that changes everything. You leave home. You hug your mother. She tries not to cry. "Be strong," she says, but you can feel her hands shaking. You board a plane alone. New city, new academy, new pressure. You miss home. You miss your family. Some nights, you cry silently in your dorm room. But quitting was never an option. Other kids finish training, you stay. They rest, you run sprints. They sleep, you practice free kicks. Coach watches. He trains like he's possessed. You don't want to be good. You want to be unforgettable. You study the best players. You copy, you improve, you repeat. Pain becomes normal. Sacrifice becomes routine. You are building something they cannot see yet. At 2003 game against Manchester United, you play fearless. The crowd notices. Sir Alex Ferguson notices. Days later, you sign for Manchester United, a skinny boy from Madeira, now wearing red. Your debut. You're nervous. You lose the ball. Crowd murmurs. Doubt returns. But then, you attack again. And again. And again. You don't hide. You never hide. First goal. The stadium explodes. You feel it. This is just the beginning. Years pass. Trophies stack up. Champions League, Premier League, and then Ballon d'Or. The best player in the world. Remember the small house? Remember the coins on the table? Now the world chants your name. Cristiano Ronaldo. But success has a price. They call you arrogant. They say you care too much about looks. They compare you. They criticize you. Every missed penalty becomes a headline. Finished. Overrated. Selfish. But here's the truth. You don't fear hate. You feed on it. You go back to training. Earlier. Harder. Stronger. Because deep down, you're still that poor kid, and that kid is still hungry. Real Madrid, new country, new challenge. You break records. Goals become routine. Champions League nights become legendary. But the biggest dream, it was never about clubs. It was about Portugal. Euro 2016. You get injured in the final. You fall. You cry. Millions watching. This wasn't supposed to happen. But instead of disappearing, you stand on the sidelines. You shout. You lead. You believe. Final whistle. Portugal wins. You lift the trophy for your country, for your mother, for that 8-year-old boy. You buy your mother a house. You secure your family's future. You become a symbol, not just of talent, but of discipline. People see the abs, the cars, the fame. They don't see the lonely nights, the tears, the sacrifices, the obsession. You didn't want comfort. You wanted greatness, and greatness costs everything. Now imagine, what if you quit at 12? What if you listened to the laughter? What if you accepted average? You wouldn't be here. The lesson was never about football. It was about mindset. They called you obsessed. You called it dedication. They called you arrogant. You called it belief. They called you lucky, but they never saw the work. You never stopped believing. And because of that, you didn't just change your life, you changed history.